What's up, metalheads? I just want to welcome you to my channel, Bill's Metal Reviews, and this is going to be the first review that I'm going to do. This album, if you haven't already heard of it, it's called Ascendancy, and it's by a band named Trivium. Now, Trivium, they were formed in 2001, I believe under the name Trivium, and then they went through some lineup changes, you know, basic high school stuff, and this guy, Matt Heafy, at the time of joining, Matt was like, I don't know, 15, 16? Their bassist is Paulo Gregoletto. Their lead guitarist is Corey Beaulieu. Matt Heafy is also, he's the singer and I guess co-lead guitarist, he's sometimes referred to, or rhythm guitarist, I'm not really too sure. And then their drummer, who has since departed from the band, his name is Travis Smith, and they all do a hell of a job on this album. This is one of my favorite metal albums out there. Now anyway, this is their second studio album, Ascendancy. It came out in 2005, and before that, their debut, Ember to Inferno, it was basically, it's a lot like this album, but it was less polished, it had less quality, and overall not as good of an album as this one. But the main thing to think about where that is that Matt Heafy was 17. So basically my age at the time of recording that album. And so this came out in 2005, they were, what, 19 or 20 years old. Now I'm going to get into the album artwork. Now if you take a look at this, what it looks like to me, what I think they were trying to basically convey was that this is a fallen angel. And now if you look at this, it's interesting because the title is Ascendancy. It means ascend, like go up or rise above. But this is a fallen angel, and you know, the whole wings right there, so I think that's what that's supposed to be, in the whole, you know, red-orange tint. It's like a hellish thing. So then, open this up. This is what the CD looks like. And here's the booklet. Just let me show you that. And here's basically what the extended, I guess, artwork looks like on the back, so you can see the whole body of that disgusting creature. So yeah, usually I don't like, you know, those kind of gruesome metal album covers, but I think this one gets the job done, and it actually has a brain to it. It gets the title of Ascendancy across really well, and about Ascendancy, that's basically, it's everything that a title should be. The lyrics deal with rising above things, so that whole theme of ascendancy throughout the album is really cool. But now, it's time for the songs. So, The End of Everything. It's the first track on the album. It's got a little piano thing going on. It's got some acoustic guitars. It's about a minute long. It's haunting, it's dark, and it really sets the mood for the album. So, pretty cool stuff going on there. The first real song, like fully fleshed with guitars and drums and bass and everything, that song is called Rain. Now, I'm not really too sure what the lyrics are about, but they're kind of emo-ish. They're kind of woe is me a little bit. But lyrics aside, it kicks you in the ass right from the get-go. I mean, just right from the start. I mean, the guitars and drums super fast. They stand out. It's brutal. It's heavy, but it's still melodic, and that's why I love this band. And then the third song, Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr. Now that's a pretty intriguing title, and I'm not really too sure what the lyrics are about on that one either. But if I had to guess, it would just be about control. You know, pull harder on the strings of your martyr. You think of like a puppet, and martyr is like, you know, someone that's died, basically for a cause or something like that. So basically what stands out instrumentally for this song is the middle of the song, there's a solo and a breakdown, and it really propels it past what it was at the start after the first, you know, few verses and choruses. So that's really what made the song there. Now, Drowned and Torn Asunder, that's the fourth track on the album. It's really, I'd have to say it's my least favorite song in the album. It's pretty average in almost every way, but it's really fast and it's pretty heavy, but it's just kind of an average, you know, metalcore song. A lot of people slap that metalcore label on Trivium, but whether you disagree or agree with that, they're still a really good metal band, and they're bringing metal to the masses, really. Now, Ascendancy, that's the fifth track, and it's also, if you've been paying attention, it's the title track. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's really an inspiring song if you listen to the lyrics. It's about, you know, ascendancy, rising above. And if you pay attention, it goes, ascend above the ashes of the worlds I once knew. And, you know, basically ascend. It's just really cool, really inspirational. It's really probably the most melodic song in the album, except for Dying in Your Arms, which is a whole other thing, and I'll get to that in a second. But Ascendancy, it's really cool. It's got some pretty fast guitar work on the verses, and a really, you know, just great everything. And also in the lyrics, it mentions Judas, which is a biblical reference, so I thought that was a nice little, I guess, tangible thing that you could compare it to. And then 6th track is A Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation, and this song is really angry. Like all the rest of the songs of the album, really, but it's a really angry song. It's kind of brash, but it gets the point across. A Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation, it's about domestic and child abuse, and personally, I've had a good life. I've never had to deal with any of that, but some fans have written or wrote letters to Matt Heafy and basically the whole band, just saying, you know, thanks. This song really, it spoke to me, and it helped me, you know, get through what I'm going through and what I have to deal with. So that was pretty cool. I think that's the song with the most meaning behind it, and it's got just a real purpose behind the lyrics. So that was pretty cool. Like Light to the Flies is the 7th track on the album. It's another single, just like Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation and I believe Pull Hard on the Strings of Your Martyr. It's another single, but it's got really great guitar riffs. It's kind of a generic metal guitar riff, or a metalcore guitar riff. It's generic, but it's really, really cool. It's just, there's just something about it. The lyrics, as far as they go, I think they deal with frustration about people who lie, or, you know, are two-faced, or nice to your face and then lie behind your back, stuff like that. And then Dying in Your Arms. This song, it kind of divided the Trivium fan base, I think, when it came out. Personally, I wasn't into metal, but that back in 2005, but that's the impression that I get, because it's more of a radio-friendly song. It's only 2 minutes and 53 seconds long, but it's still got a pretty decent guitar solo. It's, like I said before, the most melodic song in the album, and basically this is how I'm going to phrase it. It gives you a nice break from the ass-kicking that the first 7 songs gave you. The Deceived, that's the title of the 9th track on the album. It's probably my 3rd favorite song on the album, I'd have to say. It's just straight up thrash metal. It's got, you know, a galloping rhythm to the guitars. If I want to get pumped up, this is the song that I listen to. It's got a really good harmonized guitar solo. It just an infectiously catchy chorus. Just the chorus is so catchy, it's so melodic, but at the same time, the song is really brutal. It's really fast, and it's got a great guitar solo to finish up the song. And also, I just got to throw a little plug in here. It's a really fun song to play on guitar. If you look behind me, not sure if you can see, there's a bass and acoustic. Not sure if you can see my guitar over there, but I play guitar. It's on a channel called Bill21X. I do Trivium covers, Machine Head covers, both from my Valentine covers, Metallica covers. I could go all day. That's basically me playing music. This channel is me reviewing music. So anyway, getting on with the album. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. The 10th track is called Suffocating Sight. It's another fast-paced, I'd say, mosh pit anthem. It's got a really great melodic intro. It's fast once again, once it picks up after the intro. It's kind of a lot like Ascendancy in several ways, the song Ascendancy, but it's still a really good song, and it's got lyrics that mostly, I think, the way I interpreted them, they deal with insecurity. So that was pretty cool. Moving on, we go to the second last track on the album, and my second favorite song on the album, which is called Departure. The lyrics, as far as this song goes, they're pretty dark. They're about suicide. They're about a person, you know, killing himself in the song. So it's pretty dark, but I mean, it's such a fast-paced song. It's probably the most brutal song in the album. Once it just gets propelled to new heights towards the middle of the song. But I mean, in the intro, it's got a pretty good melodic intro. It's got some acoustic guitars in there, which is really cool. It's probably the most varied song in the album. And basically, just the music, I'd say this song, the music just fits the lyrics perfectly, and it's just a really, really good song. It's hard to explain. Then the 12th track on the album, the last track, is Declaration, which is also my favorite song in the album. Now, Declaration it's just an amazing song. Matt Heafy writes some of the best lyrics in metal out there today. They go against the stereotype, really. And this song is about stereotypes in a way. I mean, these lyrics are pretty brash. There's plenty of F-bombs in there. I mean, some people might interpret it as a little immature or not well thought out, but they're really brash and blunt to the point, and they get the point across. I mean, basically the song is a big f*** you to people who aren't tolerant of other people's lifestyles, whether it be, you know, gay or just basic bullying, you know, things like that. And, you know, I think everyone's been bullied, and I think that's a song that can really speak to everyone. So yeah. And the breakdown after the first chorus, there's really only one chorus for like 5 minutes of the song. And I gotta say, the intro is really good, the chorus is just amazing, really melodic. And then the breakdown is really melodic. There's an extended guitar solo that goes on for at least a minute and a half, I think. And yeah, that's basically it for this song. The lyrics really made it stand out to me, and so did the intro and just everything about it. And basically, I'm just going to read you a little bit of the lyrics from this. It's basically, another thing is about, it's an interesting way to end off the album. It goes, burn the scriptures, bury the governing, free yourself, break the structures, declare freedom. So that's where the Declaration title comes from, and it's interesting because it gives you like the image of, you know, burn the scriptures, bury the governing, free yourself. It makes you think of like an uprising. So, I mean, ascendancy and uprising, that keeping with that whole theme throughout the album. So that was very cool. Now, my overall opinion of the album, I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression because this is my first review. I am usually pretty skeptical of new albums, but this was just an absolutely amazing album. It came out in 2005, like I said, and 2005. I'm going to keep with that. I'm going to give it 5 stars out of 5. It was just, the first time I heard this album, I mean, it's probably in my top 5 favorite albums of all time, along with some other ones I'm going to be reviewing later. So yeah, 5 stars out of 5. Trivium Ascendancy, go get it.